welcome to my outdoors. It is a very warm January day, so we are going to get our chicken pen cleaned out. We've got more bad weather, rain, snow, ice, all moving in this weekend. So I'm going to get my chicken pen cleaned out. I've got to do some baking today. We need to run into town today. I got to go to the feed store and do a few things. So come help me muck out this chicken pen. It's been several weeks, so it's kind of a mess. I need to clean it out, put some fresh hay in there, some straw, and get it ready for the cold weather again. All the grass has been worn down because it's winter, and there's all the ducks and the turkeys and the chickens. All right, we're gonna go clean out your house now. And I'll get some more straw out for them. They don't really like the mud, but it is what it is. As you can see, there's moss and grass over there still, but this is a pretty high traffic area in through here. Hello, Furryfoot. You laid me an egg this morning. I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you in peace. I'll leave you in peace. I got the pen swap out. I got fresh hay put in. I put fresh hay in their nest box. Grabbed a couple of eggs, fresh laid. As you can see, there's a little yuck on the egg. So I definitely needed new hay in the boxes. And I just wanted to get all that done before this next cold winter weather moves in. Now it is time to run in, grab a shower, get some dough going, and then run into town. It's going to be a busy day. Okay, we are back in the kitchen and I want some blueberry bagels. I need to make some. So I've got some dried cranberries here. And they're not cranberries, blueberries. I'll get it out here in a minute. I want blueberry bagels. So these are my blueberries, and I'm just gonna give them a quick cut because some of them are pretty big. Some of them aren't, but some of them are. And I love a blueberry bagel, but I don't want just like a big, I don't want to just bite into a big chunk of blueberry. I want it kind of spread out through the whole bagel. So I'm going to get these cut up. I've got a cup of milk and a cup of warm water mixed together. I put my yeast in there and I'm going to let it sit for just a little bit to bloom. And it's 2.5 teaspoons of yeast for this recipe. So I'm just going to let that bloom while I chop my blueberries. So I've got about a cup of dehydrated blueberries here. Some of them were pretty small, so I just left them, but the larger ones I cut in half. So I'm going to put these in my dough. My kid, he is doing some schoolwork right now, working on some science and getting a little bit of math going, so we can get that out of the way while I get this done. And then that's the great thing about homeschooling. You can do your book learning around your life. So he was able to be outside with me earlier today, and then we can run into town here in a little bit, and he can still get his work assignments done. So that's one thing I love about it. Okay, that was 2 cups of flour. Let's see here. I might have to break out some more flour. That is, I gotta put that over there to wash. That's almost 4 cups of flour. Let me go grab some more flour. Okay. That's 4 cups of flour. And now I want some salt, about a teaspoon of salt. Put that in there. And I want these to be a little bit sweet, not super sweet, but a little bit of sweet. So I am going to do 3/4 cup of sugar. And let me see. I'm going to take my dough hook and just kind of mix that all in there. Make a little well. Put my dough hook on. Okay, I'm going to take my yeast, my water, and milk mixture, and I'm going to pour that in here. Now we're going to get this mixed up. Now that my dough is starting to combine, it's still sticky. I need to let this knead for about 5 to 8 minutes, and then I'll take it out and give it a quick hand knead. But what I'm going to do, because I want my blueberries all through the dough, I'm going to go ahead and slowly start adding them now as it's mixing. Now this dough is going to be a little bit sticky. So I'll just put a little bit of flour down when I go to give it my hand knead. You're supposed to be working on your math. He does like to get up and see what I'm doing quite often. But as long as we get the work done, that's what matters, right? Get it done, and then in the end of the school year, when we do the evaluation and turn all of our work in, he's well ahead of where he needs to be, so I'm not worried about it. But I do want him to do his work. Get my dough out here. This was a pretty clean release. There's just a little bit in there. I think I'm going to put this in another bowl to raise, just because I need to make a batch of dough for pepperoni rolls. Now see, this dough is not bad. I can handle it. It's not, I'm just going to give it a quick knead. You can see all those blueberries all throughout the dough. That's making me happy. Now I know a lot of people would fold them in at the end, but I rather just do it this way. So however you want to do it, you do it. Get this shaped up here. Now if you find your dough is still sticky while you're mixing it, you can add a little bit more flour if you need to. But I knew once I started kneading this, I just put a dusting of flour down. But once I started kneading it, I knew it would. I mean, look how soft that is. All right. Gonna spritz it with some olive oil. You can use your oil of choice. Now I'm going to cover this, set it in a warm spot, and then by the time we get back home, it will be ready to work with. All right. As you can see, my dough has definitely risen. Pull this plastic off here. I should have put a little bit of oil on top of my dough here because it's there, stuck to the plastic. It's very soft. It's stuck to my finger at the moment. There we go. The dough feels very soft. I'm going to set my wrap over there because I'm going to use it. But it's very soft dough. So I am going to just put a little bit of oil down on my surface here. I have got, my oven is starting to preheat. I have a pot of water on the stove. I've got a little bit of salt on it, or in it, not on it. I've got a little bit of salt in the water. And then right before I'm ready to dip my bagels in, I will add baking soda. So we're not going to put the baking soda in there yet. And I'm just going to get that more. I don't want it boiling. I want it simmering. So that's why I have that on heating. I'm going to take my dough. Look at that. So beautiful. That's in the sink. This dough just feels so amazing. Okay. I'm going to kind of just put it in a ball again. cut it in half. Now you can make your bagels as big or as small as you would like. See those blueberries in that dough? You could probably use fresh blueberries. I just wanted to use dehydrated. Cut that in half. I think I'm going to make 8 blueberries, or 8 bagels. So I'll cut each half in half and then I'll quarter it. So you get 4 pieces. Now if you want to weigh your dough out and have them even, you can do that. I'm not that worried about it. Some will be a little bigger, some will be a little smaller. That's not going to bother me. Now some of these I could actually make an even smaller bagel out of. Okay, I'm going to get these into a ball. Get them pulled tight. I think I should have cut those blueberries just a little bit smaller this time. Oh well. They're just going to have some big blueberries in it. That's fine. Now, just gently work it. Keeping your dough going together. Look at that. That's a nice, big, beautiful. Now, you kind of want the inside a little bigger. If not, your bagel, it is going to raise a little bit, and this opening can close up. All right. Now, I'm going to get these other 7 worked up into shape. Okay, I've got all my bagels shaped. I'm just letting them sit for a few minutes. So now I'm going to take some brown sugar. I want to make a little bit of a topping. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. So you can use the sweetener of your choice. I just want to use a little bit of brown sugar. Not a whole lot. And some ground cinnamon. Just sprinkle that in there. And we're going to mix that up just a tiny bit. Now, if you want to add just a pinch of like a flaky salt to this, you could. All right, I am going to get my camera set up so you can see what I'm doing on the stovetop. Now you're going to want to scoop your bagel out of the water and kind of drip it off real quick. You can see this one closed up a little bit. I cook these for 45 seconds. Well, don't really cook, it's the wrong word. I put them in the water 45 seconds on each side. Slide them off onto my sheet. And then I just want to take a little bit of this topping and sprinkle just a tiny bit over the top of my bagel. And then we get the next one in to get it water bathed. Well, I don't know what you call it. Dipped in water for a few seconds before they go in the oven. I've got all the bagels on my tray. I kind of smushed them on there a little bit because I'm using my larger baking tray for making rolls so I can make pepperoni rolls. So I've already got that in use. So I just kind of got them in here. And now they're going into a preheated 350-degree oven for between 15 and 20 minutes. You know my oven, so I will start checking it at about 14 minutes. Okay, let's get these in. We'll be back. Look at it, they're hot. They're hot. Oh, they smell so good. Got it nice golden. Oh, they smell so good. They are hot. I just pulled them out. So I'm going to let these sit here to cool, and then we will get them bagged up so we can enjoy some nice, fresh blueberry bagels in the morning. Thanks for joining me, and happy baking.